All right, guys, welcome to part 3 of my collection series. If you have not watched parts 1 and 2, go check those out. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 bikes in my collection that I am currently selling. These are bikes that I no longer need, don't really fit with my long-term plan for my collection. So I'm going to be going through each one, telling you about it, telling you why I'm getting rid of it. So stay tuned for that. But before we get started, I want to ask you, what do you think of these bikes? Are you interested in any of them? What do you think? Leave your comments below. I'd love to get a conversation going. And also, while you're down there, like and subscribe to our channel if you would. That helps us get the word out, lets people know about our channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, this bike is my Bridgestone CB2 City Limit. This bike has been in the shop for a long time. It's actually one of the bikes we made a YouTube video about. It's one of our very first YouTube videos. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. But we use this bike to make deliveries to the post office. So we've got this big, huge basket on the front. We load it up right over to the post office. So it definitely serves a purpose. However, it does also take up a lot of space, and space is becoming a challenge, and we just don't have room for it. It's definitely not collection worthy by any means. So we're gonna have to get rid of it. I'm gonna just see what I can get out of it. It's, you know, probably not worth a whole lot. It does have new rims that we put on it, really nice pedals, huge die-comp brakes, which I really love. And then a nice bell, and of course the walled delivery basket. And it's a cool paint color. I like the fact that it's got a color-coded stem. Somebody's going to want it. It would make a great bar bike or just a tooling around bike. So if you're into something like that and you need one, hit us up. But yeah, it's got to go. We'll make room for other cooler bikes for our collection. All right, so this bike is my All City Mr. Pink, and had this bike for quite a while. I mostly just use it for my indoor trainer, and I decided it's not really going to be part of my collection going forward. It's not something I'm really that interested in keeping, so I'm going to move it on. And in fact, one of our mechanics was very interested in this bike, so he swapped me for another bike, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, he's going to be taking this bike home. It's a really cool steel bike. Love the color. It's 52 centimeters and it fits me pretty well. I usually ride a 54, but this one runs a little big. He's got some plans for it. He's going to put a dynamo hub on the front. He's got some fenders he's going to put on it, and yeah, so it'll come back. He's going to love it. So I love passing a bike off onto somebody who can really envision what it could be, and he's going to take the time to make it into something special. And I'm going to move it on, so I'm happy about that. All right, guys, so this is my Salsa Journeyman. This bike is recently came into my possession because Jeremiah, one of our mechanics, wanted the All City that I showed you before. So now I have this Salsa Journeyman and I need to find a home for it. So, but I'm just happy our mechanic got the All City that he wanted and he got rid of this Journeyman, and now it's my problem. So, but it's a great bike. I'm sure I won't have any trouble finding someone that needs a inexpensive gravel bike. So if you're interested in a Salsa Journeyman, this one's a size 54. It's in great condition. It's got fairly new tires. It has a new crankset, and it's in great shape. So it'll make a great inexpensive gravel bike for someone. All right, so here's another bike in my collection. This is a Le Mans Alpe d'Huez. It's a Reynolds 853 steel frame bike, all original as far as I can tell. And I think it's a pretty cool bike. It's just not my kind of bike. I'm not really going for the road bike 25, 28 tires. I need a lot fatter tire, and at one time I thought it was really cool, so I picked it up, but I just haven't done anything with it, so it's gonna go. This has Shimano 105 drivetrain and flight deck drifters. They all work. Paint on it's pretty good. It's a nice little bike. Somebody will definitely want it, and we'll clean it up and make it special, but not for me. It's gonna find a new home. All right, guys, here we have a very beautiful Schwinn Superior. I purchased this bike from a bike collector friend of ours, and it's been hanging on our wall in the shop. I think it looks great in there. It's great to look at, but it's just not the type of bike that I'm going to be riding, and I just don't think it fits with my vision of my collection going forward. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. I know there's some Schwinn collectors out there that will probably be interested. I think this bike is from about 1976. It's in very good condition. I think it has original parts on it. We've put Brooks bar tape on it, which obviously is not original. It's leather. We've put new Panaracer Passala tires on it, also not original, but everything else I think is original on it. Beautiful bike. I think somebody will really enjoy it. I'm going to post it on some of the Facebook groups for Schwinn collectors, see if anyone would like to add it to their collection, but it will no longer be part of my collection. All right, this is my Ross Mt Whitney. If you watched the previous collection video, you saw this bike. I was trying to decide whether to keep the Ross or the Mongoose, which is very similar, and I made a final decision. The Mongoose is going to stay in the collection, and this Ross is going to find a new home. This is a really cool bike. It's got the beautiful chrome frame. It does have a little bit of surface rust on it, but not too bad. It is not original. The wheels are not original. The brakes are not original. It does, however, have the original crankset and the original Shimano Deerhead rear derailleur, rear mech, which I think is really cool. It also has really massive brake levers, which I really like. And all in all, it's a cool bike. It does also, it's going to come with these bear trap pedals, which I absolutely love. I'd love to be able to keep those, use them on something else, but they'll go with the bike. So if you want this Ross Mt Whitney, let us know. I think it'd be a great bike for someone, and happy to move it along to someone else who's going to get more use out of it. So that's the Ross Mt Whitney. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video and the series about my collection. By the way, all of these bikes are available on our website if they haven't sold already. So I'll have a link in the description below where you can see these bikes, see what we're asking for them, and make us an offer. If you don't like the price, just make us an offer. We can ship bikes, so we'll ship them to you if you pick up the shipping. So all of that can be found on our website. See the description below. Once again, thanks for watching. We really appreciate you supporting our channel. And check out ottawabikeandtrail.com if you need any other bikes or accessories or any good stuff we've got on our website. We do ship. We appreciate the support. So that's it for now. We'll see you in the next video.